Hey, so what if them niggas make more? I knew my time would come and had to wait for it. So every night a nigga pray for it. Ain't no going back, the only way is forward. See, some people they weren't made for it. They rolling fit my real like it was made for it. And they hating, but what's the hate for? Yeah. Ain't no stopping for, we need breaks for it. Yeah. I'm at they neck, ain't no letting up. Fuck a vest, we shoot neck to know. Life is chess, so I set them up. Life's a gamble, I got hella love. Yeah. Told her we can fuck, but don't get comfortable. Ain't no ceiling on my car, I'm driving fast, you uncomfortable. Yeah. I just flooded out my ring, look like a Royal Rumble. They say money talk, then all you niggas do it mumble. And if my bitch tripping, I might let her tumble. And no matter what I make, I still remain humble. That's word to my mama. It's a cold world, streets cold, dog, gotta keep it burning. Hey, so what if them niggas make more? I knew my time would come and had to wait for it. So every night a nigga pray for it. Ain't no going back, the only way is forward. Yeah. See, some people they weren't made for it. They rolling fit my real like it was made for it. And they hating, but what's the hate for? Yeah. Ain't no stopping for, we need breaks for. Yeah. See, I can't lose, we don't lose. A million ways to get it, little nigga just choose. I chose to go and eat, we weren't having food. I showed my nigga how to eat, I ain't have nothing to prove. We was skipping school, trying to go on the move. The hood day coming up, shit, I'ma need some shoes. Might catch for an outfit, shit, that'll be a fool. And one thing about looks, I never needed to. I swear I can't wait to turn up, look what we been through. Lost both of my cousins this year, fuck keeping cool. Yeah, on my side, we ride for our kind. And then they tell you don't play about mine. Hey, so what if them niggas make more? I knew my time would come and had to wait for it. So every night a nigga pray for it. Ain't no going back, the only way is forward. Yeah. See, some people they weren't made for it. They rolling fit my real like it was made for it. And they hating, but what's the hate for? Yeah, ain't no stopping for, we need breaks for. Yeah.
Man, we in the building, man. What's going on, man? It's your boy, CEO Hockley. Salute to everybody that's in here, man. I want to thank y'all for checking out the Real Life Street Stars interview. So it's only right, and it's my duty that I come on here and answer questions, man. This interview has got over 8 million views. And I want to come on here and answer questions, man. No doubt about it. Y'all got to give me a little minute. I'm in Texas, baby, and I'm coming back from being outside with them kids at the pool, you know what I'm saying? Having fun doing stuff like that. But yeah, as y'all see on this side right here, I got my topics. We're going to talk about the slavery comment. We're going to talk about the Ferguson comment. We're going to talk about old girl Percy. We're going to talk about the light bill. We're going to talk about boys in the hood. And we're going to also talk about doing the work. On this side over here, you got my cash out for anybody want to donate to the congregation. Anybody want to bless the tabernacle, I got the goddamn cash app right there, man. Cash app CEO Hockley, or you can scan the QR code in the thing. Okay, so it's 3 ways you can ask me a question as it pertains to this Real Life Street Stars interview. 1, you can call into the show. That's the number on the screen. The call-in number is 409-581650. You can actually come on the show by clicking the link in the comments, and you can be a part of it. I'm already getting some calls coming into the show, but right now ain't the time to call the show, man. I need y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know when y'all could call. Also, you can leave a question in the chat. I'm answering questions out the chat also, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to get through it, try to give y'all what y'all looking for, a reply back to some of the messages and some of the people that have been supporting me. For those that don't know me, my name is Robert Hockley, aka KRIPTonite, man. Right? When I was a kid, I was a member of the Rolling 60 Crips, and my name was KRIPTonite. A lot of people didn't know that because that's really a name given to me when I was in prison. I'm not a scholar. Matter of fact, I'm an 8th grade graduate. Yeah, I graduated school in the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? The school administration say I dropped out. I say I graduated. You know what I'm saying? I humbly come to y'all as an 8th grade graduate with a degree in fucking up. Yeah, I got a goddamn degree in fucking up, right? But I also come with 45 years of wisdom, 45 years of experience. And that's what I shared on that couch. I'm not no scholar. So yes, I'm on the couch making up words like Worsa, Movado, and all that different stuff that people pointed out in the chat. Yeah, I'm making that shit up because I ain't got no degree from nobody's school. My degree comes from experience and messing up, and I use my wisdom and my understanding to be able to make a change and make a difference in my life and the people that's around me life. That's the first thing. So if I get on here cussing, if I'm calling somebody a bitch ass nigga or hoe ass nigga, and you see me acting a fool, then it's just that, right? I am not educated. I'm as ignorant can be, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You're gonna be able to call in the show, and you also gonna be able to leave a comment in the comment section, man. Before we get started, make sure y'all hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button, and y'all tell me what y'all think about the Real Life Street Stars interview. If you saw the Real Life Street Stars interview, text the number 1 in the chat, man. Let me see how many people I'm talking to that actually saw the interview. If you saw the Real Life Street Stars interview, can I get you to text 1 in the chat? I don't see no ones, man. Did y'all watch them? Okay. EBV, okay. We got some people in here that saw the interview, man. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I'm getting some ones, man. Miss Bossy, Eric, Marcel, Amani. Yeah, Phase on. Okay. Shout out to y'all, man. I see y'all. B Sweeney, what's up, man? G County definitely in the building showing me love. All right, man. So I'm more sure y'all gonna have some questions, man. And listen, I can be wrong. Again, I come in here with an 8th grade education. I'm not no goddamn scholar. It's some shit I'm wrong about, but it's a bunch of shit I'm right about. So this show here is an interactive show to where we can share our opinions and share our discussions, man. That's what this show here is about. So the first clip, which was about slavery, right? That's what we're going to get into. As you see right here in the column, we're finna get into slavery as the first topic. This video has 2 million views on TikTok. This is by far the most viewed video. This touched a lot of people about the slavery part, about us picking cotton in prison, and about the overseers and the way we was treated in prison. Over, like I say, on TikTok alone, over 2 million people viewed this clip. And I'm finna play the clip, and we're gonna have a discussion about this clip once it's finished playing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I catch you.
I'm inventory at the age of 17, a slave for the state of Texas to serve 8 years of servitude in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
Now, why you say a slave? Because some people think that, hey, once you're there, you just get a bunk bed, you get a book, and you get to just sit there in boring silence.
Have you ever seen a nigga pick cotton?
Nah.
Where have you seen a nigga pick cotton at?
Never in my life.
A slave, though.
Oh, slave. Yeah.
Nigga, I was sent to pick cotton. That's why I say.
Oh, so you?
Slave.
So wait. So
I was sent to sit. Wait. All right,
I
ain't never seen nothing but a slave pick cotton.
Wait. So
yeah,
you have actually picked cotton off the cotton plant?
I have picked cotton off the cotton plant. All right, man. That right there is me letting y'all know that, hey, I picked cotton off the cotton plant. Now, a lot of people were saying that, you know, they wouldn't have picked cotton. A lot of people injected that they wouldn't have picked cotton, that they would have fought or they would have died out there. Believe me. You just talking. You would have been picking cotton, man. Listen, they have created this structure. This is a man-made structure they have created and designed to psychologically break you. You was gonna pick cotton and you was gonna die, meaning not just die on the spot, but you was gonna have a miserable life. Stress is the #1 killer in the world. Listen, more people die in this world because of stress than any other thing. Stress brings on all kind of ailments, sickness, and everything. It's stress that's defeating us. So in this prison system, it is designed to induce stress at the highest level. So whether you pick cotton or you did pick cotton, the whole institution is designed to stress you out to the point that it kills you. Yes, that's what was going on in there. It wasn't so much of us being tough or being bad. We all thought we was tough and bad on the streets. And you know, we would do unto black people what we won't do to white people, because white people have designed a structure to tame and control us. They had 400 years to do this. So you think when I walked in there in 1996, I was gonna break the system? Yeah, it wasn't happening, man. Not on my time or nobody else's time. And that's just the honest God truth as it relates to that slavery question. Now, I'm gonna open up the flow, man. If you got a question, you could post it in the chat as it relates to this slavery topic, or you could call a number, or you could click the link. Does anybody have a question? Want to add any input to what's going on with the slavery topic? Randy Martin said, Randy, you can't do this in prison. Nah, they can't do this here in prison, Rando. Randy said that second half was no fun. It was a hot summer for real. Facts, man. So another thing that I didn't mention about the picking cotton, you had to pick cotton 2 halves. So you pick cotton from sun up to sundown, right? You went out at 5:30 in the morning and you came back around 10:30 or 11. That was the first half. Came back to eat, get a break, get your mind right so you could come back to the second half. Came back to the second half at the hottest point of the day, probably about 1 o'clock, man. The hottest point of the day, and they'll work you from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, man. By the time you got in, man, all you want to do is rest and sleep so you could just make it to the next day. And that's what kind of came up with the fighting in prison on Fridays. It's a thing in prison that it's a bunch of fights that happens on Friday, and Fridays is called Freaky Fridays. It's called Freaky Fridays because on Friday, people don't have to work and they have energy to fight, right? So they will work us Monday through Friday, 2 halves. And on Fridays, we will beat each other up. Imagine how sad that is. But that's the honest to God truth, man. On Fridays, would be Freaky Fridays, and when we wasn't working, we would fight each other. That's just the reality of that slavery stuff and that slavery topic. I mean, I don't know why people don't talk about it that's been to prison. I don't know why people don't expose it. A few people was telling me, oh man, I may be hurt. I don't know. If you one of them bitch ass field bosses or one of them white boys that was out there jump on the live, let me holler at you, man. Yeah, let me try to get my motherfucking points back for the way I was treated down there, man. Get on the live. Let's talk about it. Let's meet up, as niggas say out here. Send me the location. Yeah, so I can get my goddamn revenge, man. But did anybody else have any questions that watched the Real Life Street Stars interview about the topic of slavery and what was going on, man? I wasn't trying to sensationalize it. I was just trying to bring y'all the truth and show y'all that this shit is real, you know. And I mean, that's just how it happens, man. All right, I got V. In your opinion, okay, so she asking me, in my opinion, how come people never hear about what happens? Okay, what it say? In your opinion, how come people never hear about what happens to the CEOs on the news? Do they not get hurt or retaliate against the inmates? Okay, so it was, when I was there, it was a lot of fighting with the COs. It was a lot of assault on officers and things like that. That happens all the time. That never really made the news unless an officer was killed. Fighting go on so much in prison to where none of that makes the news or you hear about it unless it's a riot or it's a death involved. So you never really hear that on the news, and that's why COs were attacked. They were attacked. And again, people are being attacked because of it's a stress-induced environment, right? And your job ain't gonna protect you from an ass whooping. Nigga been down there 20 years, 15 years, and you coming there acting like you bad and fucking with him about his bunk or something like that, you gonna get your ass whooped. Yeah, so they was getting attacked and it was fights with the COs. The second part of your question was, do they not get hurt or retaliate against inmates? Yeah, they do. Yeah, so I answered both of them. Yeah, they do. It's retaliation. On Ferguson in particular, I spoke on Real Life Street Starz. They had a group of white officers that worked on the third shift, and what they would do would beat and retaliate against all inmates in the hallway. So when you come out for breakfast at 3 o'clock in the morning, you have sleep. All you want to do is get some food before you go to work at 5:30. They had what I want to say, they had a history of assaulting and beating inmates up at 3 o'clock in the morning when they came out for breakfast. And everybody on Ferguson knew that in the 90s, early 2000s. We call them the beat them up crew. So a lot of us, to stay away from getting attacked or getting jumped, we either kind of got in bunches or we didn't go to breakfast at all. And that's how serious it was, inmates against officers. Any more questions about this slavery topic? What's harder, prison or the real world? I got Trey Peterman. Did he come up? Yeah, what's up, Trey, man? Thank you for your question, man. What's harder, prison or the real world? Well, they both hard, man. No lie. They both hard. But what happens, Trey, is we spend so much time behind bars that we become institutionalized or familiar with that structure. So that's what makes the real world harder for people that have been in prison. The structure is not present in the real world. You have to design that structure. Now, the structure in the real world is present like in school, military, college. Those are structures. Those are institutions also. They are just like prisons. You go into these systems and they have ranking order. They have times you eat, times you don't eat. It's this structure that we get familiar with in prison that's hard to break and that's make us institutionalized. But both of them are hard, depending on which one you've been doing more. If you've been doing prison a lot, then the real world is very hard. If you haven't been to prison and you've been in the real world a lot, prison will kick your ass. Yeah, so both of them are extremes on opposite ends of the scale, man. They both are hard by far. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next. We're gonna move on to the next thing, man. This one here was about Ferguson itself. I've been talking about it a little bit in the slavery thing, but in this particular thing on Ferguson, I said there was no guard on Ferguson, and a lot of people kind of got offended by that, and a lot of people are asking me or challenging me about my comments on guard on the Ferguson unit. So here's the clip. Really beat and kill niggas who, when you come out in the morning, we don't even go to break and going to Ferguson, all famous gladiator school, Ferguson, right? Now listen, this place is called Jim Ferguson. It was built in 1948. They built a road to get there, right? So before it's there, there's no road, it's past. They built a road and they built a prison, which we call a plantation. They named that road Savage Drive. I'm saying that to say it wasn't until I got there that I ran into real racism. Well, we ran into white men, right, who really beat and kill niggas. Who, when you come out in the morning, we don't even go to breakfast because they got a crew called a beat 'em up crew. They pulling niggas' ass out and whooping their ass, nigga.
Who can you complain to?
Nobody. Now,
God.
No, now listen to what I'm saying. I'm not gonna bash nobody religion. God wasn't present. Now, when I say that statement, a lot of people are appalled that I made that statement by saying God wasn't present. So I mean, I don't know how to say it because I experienced some things that you experience is hard to articulate, right? Shout out to my boy Chris in the chat. What up, Chris? But this is what I want to do with the chat, right? And again, the number is on the screen, and you could call in and ask me a question. But this is what I want to do with the chat, right? All right, I got a caller calling in from Florida. Hold on one second. Hello, you got to turn down your thing, my man. Hold on, I'm gonna try to make sure that we got you.
I just asked that.
Chat.
Trey, I just asked the question: what's harder, prison or the real world?
Okay, that's you, Trey. Real quick, hold on, Trey, before you speak. Chat, type 1 in the chat if y'all can hear Trey. Man, I'm new to this equipment. I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear him. Say something, Trey. Hello, Trey, can you hear me? I can't hear him. Hold on real quick. Trey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, yeah. I'm trying to see if they can hear you. Can y'all hear Trey? Type 1 in the chat if y'all can hear Trey. All right, we got you live, Trey, man. I appreciate your call, man. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, man, I'll be watching the content and stuff, man. I really appreciate the message. But this is I was asking that question because most people will tell you like, oh, you can't make it in prison. But I feel like if you can make it in the real world, it's easier in prison, if you ask me, because on the real world, food ain't guaranteed to you. Shelter ain't guaranteed to you. So that's why I asked that question there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a good question. So I'm under the impression, right? You never been to prison, right?
No.
Okay. So yeah, a person is telling you that because prison is hard, man. And the point of them saying you won't make it, listen, don't nobody make it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen, don't nobody make it. I ain't met a person that made it yet. You see how fucked up Fleece Johnson is? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't nobody make it, bro. So it's not just saying you won't make it. They just trying to what he's implying is that it's a very difficult place, and if someone strips you of all your rights and throw you in a cage, that's very hard for a person to survive. That is what they are trying to portray, but they say it in a manner that's make it like you are a weak person. We all are weak. Nobody wants to be stripped of their rights and thrown in no cage.
Right.
Do you understand that? So that's the point he's trying to say. But it comes off as him challenging you, saying that he is better than you. But that's not that, man. Nobody makes it. He didn't make it.
Right.
Yeah. So he's right, but that applies to him too.
Okay, yeah. Because you failed the real world, basically. If you do whatever situation that led you to there, then you failed whatever happened in the real world.
Correct. Prison, and we're gonna talk about that in the next topic. Yeah, if you prison is the place where losers go. Life is a game, and prison is where the losers go. I know that sounds harsh, right? But that is the truth. No matter how much money you accumulated, no matter what you did, you got took out the game. So I'm gonna move on, Trey, because we're gonna get to that. And the next thing, you can put your question in the chat when we get there, man. I appreciate your message. I'm gonna catch the next caller.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right. Hello?
CEO,
Talk to me, man.
why did you get on this whole dry line like that to start the show off?
Man, this
Just dry.
listen, this guy here been asking me to go live for the last 2 weeks, man. What's up with you?
But no, hold on though. You came over here saying that you got 8 million views on the video, bro. That video ain't got no 8 million views.
Oh, no, that's not what I said.
Bro,
I said the content got 8 million views, my brother. The content on, if you go look, this one video alone got 2 million views. You haven't
on Real Life Street Stars?
On TikTok and Real Life Street Stars.
Well,
they got different platforms.
You try to accumulate the damn views up and add them up. Come on, bro. Just say the real number, bro.
Okay, you tell me the real number, my brother.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I ain't even look it up. I know it.
Look, you ain't even look it up.
Okay, bro.
Hey, listen, man.
We exposing CEO, man. Nigga lied, dry lie.
I appreciate you. You know I always answer your call and I let you get your trolling off. I know this therapeutic for you, man.
Ain't nobody told you, bro.
No, I'm saying now let me ask you this. Do you got any other real questions, man? Because you've been asking me to go live so you could come on. Do you got any real questions?
I want you to speak on Fleece Johnson. Why you ain't speaking on Fleece yet?
Well, I don't know the brother, but I just spoke on him now that, you know what I'm saying? I hate what happened to him, man. I mean, shit, man, he fucked up. There's nothing other than say than that. I mean, we could look at his pain in his mindset and in his attitude, man. He fucked up, my brother. That's it. I mean, that shit kind of tragic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you looking at a man who's been a slave for 44 years that like booty, man. That shit is tragic, my G. I know we look at it, I know we watch it and look at it for entertainment, but that is tragic to what this system is doing to people like us. Fleece Johnson was like you at one point, my nigga. He was a young man, thought he had his whole life in front of him. That nigga fucked up and got 45 years of his life and got his whole sexuality took from him. He is a victim. Now, he don't see it like that, or we think that shit cool. But on the Fleece Johnson shit, man, we're looking at somebody that's been destroyed by the system, man. I wouldn't give a fuck if he get 1 million views on YouTube, man. 45 years destroyed that black man. And that's my take on that, man. Call next week and talk shit to me again, man. You know I appreciate you. And now listen, go on, shout out FDA before we get off here. I'm going to let you give your homeboy a shout out.
Why you still beefing with Loco, bro? I thought you was done with that, bro. You said you was done with that.
Listen, is you going to get FDA a shout out?
Shout out to FDA for the win, but why?
All right, that's a bit, man. Appreciate you, man. Man, that's one of my fans, man. He always be calling me in and harassing me, man. Y'all don't trip on that. But back to what we were saying, man, about that there was no guard on Ferguson, right? And not to get sidetracked on the show, of course, you need some entertainment. We got that from a boy, but listen. There was no guard on Ferguson. So I want to ask the chat this. This is a question that I want to ask the chat. And I'm going to need you to press 1 or 2, right? I just need a consensus so we can have an understanding for what I was trying to convey when I said God wasn't present when I was on Ferguson. Oh, okay. Here's my question. Who in the chat believes in a heaven or a hell? If you believe in heaven and you believe in hell, type 1 in the chat. Follow me now. I need y'all to follow with me. If you believe in heaven or you believe in hell, type 1 in the chat. Okay. I got door number 2, and I got my boy Eric Scott, Miss Bossy. Okay. Now, this is what I want to ask everybody that typed 1 in the chat. You believe in heaven and hell. Is God in hell? If God is in hell, type what? Type 2 in the chat. If God, put it like this. If God is in hell, type 2 in the chat. Is God not in hell? Type 1 in the chat. One is saying God is not in hell. Two is saying God is in hell. Bam Bam the voice say God is not in hell. All right. That's the point I'm proving in that video. If you believe in heaven and hell, we both can agree that God is not present in hell. So God isn't everywhere. He know who is in hell, but he ain't there. Right? So we can agree to that. God is not in hell. He knows who is there, but he isn't there. Okay. Here's another thing. In the Bible, God destroyed a city. It's called Sodom and Gomorrah. He destroyed this city with fire and brimstone, right? And he destroyed this city because he wasn't there. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm giving you two examples where God is not present and man is running rapid. I'm not saying God don't exist. What I'm saying is he's not in hell. He wasn't in Sodom and Gomorrah, and he was not on Ferguson. He still ain't on Ferguson. Because we talk about Ferguson like it's the past. People are on Ferguson right now. That is my explanation for that. When I'm saying God wasn't there, he was not present. He knew who was there, but he wasn't present. Man has built a structure, and man has ran rapid in abusing and controlling other men. So that was my explanation of telling you what is going on in prison. Yeah, he wasn't there. Now, a lot of people find God in prison. Well, damn, CEO, how do people find God if he ain't there? Because they find themselves. Yes, I found myself. Yeah, God ain't in hell, but you gonna have to come out of hell. And I found myself when I was in there. And that's just the honest to God truth based on my experience. And I hope y'all understand that. I hope that don't go over your head. But he wasn't there, man. And I found myself, and I emerged from them goddamn ashes. All right. So that's on that, man, about the Ferguson and the guard thing. Do anybody else have a question or a comment? I got any questions or comments before I move on? Yeah, Erica, I became self-aware. I became very self-aware, Erica. All right, I got a question from Derek Jones. Can you explain to the people in the chat the process of adapting to prison life on arrival or first getting off the Bluebird? It really was no adapting, Derek Jones. Yeah, I'm saying it wrong. It's like with everything, it takes time. So I had an 8-year sentence, and I can only speak on my situation on how I accepted being locked up. And to be honest with you, I never accepted being locked up because I couldn't get with the rules. Once I was in the structure, I couldn't get with the rules, right? And I had to try to figure that out, right? Just in general, I couldn't get with the rules, and I went a long time in prison because I didn't follow the rules. Some days I followed them. Some days I picked cotton. Some days I didn't. Some days I followed the rules. Some days I didn't. OG Hollywood always laugh about me walking on the back of the shoes they gave us. They gave us state issue shoes, and he say I refused to walk properly on them. I always walked on the back of them. I didn't care. I was that type of person, man. I could go 6 months to the good and then mess it up because today I'm just not with it. I did most of my time of the 8 years, I did 6 of them on what they call G3 or G4 status now. Back then, it was high security, medium and closed custody, because I couldn't adjust to prison. Derrick Jones, I think I never adjusted to the situation in there, and that's why I ended up doing all my time. Like I said in a OG Hollywood, the Ferguson Chronicles interview, I went to Clemens, and I wasn't there that long, and somebody I knew died there. Yeah, someone was murdered. Roger Campbell was murdered there. So that changed my whole outlook on following the rules. Yeah, Roderick was a cool cat, and he was somebody that was trying to follow the rules and go home. When he passed away, man, I never got with the rules no more. I wasn't with those rules. The rules was over with. The whole point is a breakdown. Hey, Erica Elizabeth, the whole point is a breakdown at every possible point. They make you lose faith in yourself first, then everyone else around you. Very true. It's a stress-induced place, right? And stress is the number one killer in the world. And prison is a what they call it, a pressure cooker. Yeah, it is a stress cooker, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a very stressful place designed to break you down all the way down, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Shout out for your comment. There's a lot of fight talk, and I'm ashamed, and I'm a smash on him. My question is, how many of them beats resulted in knife and weapon ambushes and attacks on your life, but other comrades as well? What's up, Johnny Boy? Johnny Boy said there's a lot of fight talk, and I smashed on him. My question is, how many of them beats resulted in knife? Well, it's a lot of fight talk because we was young and we was gang members. So you got to think of it like this. That's another thing I didn't understand about prison, because I was a gang member in society before I went to prison. In the 90s, a lot of people in prison hadn't been on the streets. Yeah, a lot of people had got put down in prison. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking that, because in prison, they met brothers in the struggle and they formed groups, and then they got into the gang. They became Crips. They became Bloods. You know, it's just a bond. So you bond with people in there, and then y'all become a part of something, and y'all ride and y'all stick to that. Well, because a lot of them didn't get put down in the world and they got put down in prison, that results to them putting in work and a lot of fights going on. So amongst the blacks, it was very few stabbings, unless you was taking advantage of somebody that didn't want to get took advantage of no more. That's when you would get stabbed or hit in the head. Far as racial riots with the Mexicans always use weapons or use knives, because again, just from the sheer brutality or the physicalness of it, you know, we could overpower them. It was more of us, and we were stronger, and we was more aggressive. So, you know, they had to put the knife in their hand. So when you hear about people beating people up, that was going on. A lot of people was getting beat up, but it wasn't a lot of stabbings because it was black on black. The only time somebody black would attack somebody black with a weapon is when that person is trying to take advantage of them, and he realized he can't physically whoop them, but he got the nuts to hurt him. So he hit him in the head with a can, or he stabbed him. Me, myself, I done hit somebody in the head with a can who I couldn't physically beat in a fight. So I had to hit him, and I had to assault him. So that's when you run into assaults. But, you know, hopefully that answered your question. Man, CEO, I appreciate you sharing your story about Rip. I went to school with him and played basketball with him all the way up to 8th grade. And for 30 years, I wondered what happened to him. Yeah, what's up, Dorsey, man? Yeah, that's another great thing about, you know, being on here and being able to tell my story. I'm able to breathe life into Roger Campbell, who was Rip, died January 3rd, 1996, man. Yeah, that was a cold one, man. All right, we're going to move on to the next topic, man. The next topic is OG Percy. Old girl Percy, man. This is what y'all here for, right? Gonna talk about Percy, man. Let me run this clip before we get started.
Yeah, so what is the overall issue? Because Percy did start something where there was an interest, at least in this Dallas-Fort Worth scenario.
Correct.
There's an interest in what that Ferguson unit was.
Correct. Now, if that part, I will give him Diamond Stone TV, all these other bloggers that help put it on for creating this narrative. This is where the issue comes in at, right? Here's the issue. Nobody knows Percy.
Oh, you mean
this
when it comes to the niggas
when it
in
comes,
the unit? Or?
When it comes to the niggas on the unit, why Percy came in 2010 to Ferguson at 40 years old. Now listen what I'm telling you. How old are you?
39.
You 39. One more year, you go to prison. Would you be a failure?
I ain't gonna be no up here nigga.
Okay.
I ain't gonna be no up here nigga.
Okay, but I'm saying
I ain't trying to be no up here nigga.
I'm just saying that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that your actions have accumulated to this result at 40. That's the first thing. We will admit going to prison at any time is felon, but going to prison at 40 meaning you still haven't learned no lessons. Am I too far off? Or
but now I ain't gonna lie. But if somebody was 16 and putting in work until they got to 40 and stayed free,
no. What I'm saying is, I don't care how you box that shit up. That shit is shit. You hear what I'm saying?
Compared to the unit.
No, period. In life, you going to jail at 40 is a testament to you not being intelligent.
I can beg a difference, but
I don't know who you begging to.
No.
I don't know who you begging to.
No.
But you gonna be a begging motherfucker.
I don't know who you begging to, right? I don't know who you begging to, but you gonna be a begging motherfucker. That was a classic line. Even looking back at that, I'm laughing when he said he begged to differ, and I said that. But now, shout out to Jeff, shout out to all the brothers at Real Street Stars, man. Them brothers got a hell of a platform, and I appreciate the opportunity they gave me to come and share my message on that platform. But Jeff, you was wrong. You was trying to box that shit up, and that shit was shit, Jeff. We wasn't going for that shit at all, man. Listen, going to jail at any age, right, is bad. But you gotta understand, when you young, you don't know no better, right? You don't know what's on the other end. That's why people like us come on here to tell our stories, to try to give some insight to the kids and let them know what's on the other end, man. You don't want to give up your freedom for anything. Same way you don't want to give up your life. You don't want to lose your freedom of your life for nothing. Neither of those two things are worth losing, and they go hand in hand, right? So when you do that at 40 years old, that's a testament to you not being intelligent. Now, someone asked me this question about Lil Boosie. We just saw Lil Boosie go to jail, right? And Lil Boosie is of age. Lil Boosie has money. He is famous. He has money. He has raised his kids. He ain't no bum. And he's famous, right? If Lil Boosie goes to jail, well, he just went to jail. I'm saying it wrong. I should rephrase that, because anybody could go to jail. Listen, we live in America. If you this color, your ass could go to jail at any time for anything. What I'm speaking of is prison. That means if you go to jail, to get to prison, you have to go to jail. But if you go to jail, you get convicted and sit to prison, you are a loser. That's just what that is. If Lil Boosie gets sentenced to prison and leave his family, he is a loser. He just beat death row, man. This man was just pulled out of the mouth of the lion. You know how many people beat death row? So for him to be back in a situation where he can lose his freedom with the money and the fame he got shows a testament that he's not intelligent. Yeah. You let the slave catcher catch you again, and he knew they was chasing him. He videoed and documented that they was chasing him, but he wasn't smart enough to get out the way. And that's what we was talking about in that Real Life Street Stars interview. You got to know when to stop. You got to go to jail to stop. You got to go to prison to stop. It's a cat and mouse game. The white man got the mouse in the trap, and the mouse is Boosie, man. I pray for the brother. I pray that his resources and his fame could pull him out the lion's mouth once again, because he's back in the lion's mouth. And, you know, I hope it work out for him. I'm not here to shame him. I'm not here to do none of that. We just here to study this situation. And again, it shows that if you go to prison, money, no money, whatever you got going on, you're not that intelligent, especially if you do it at an old age. And with Percy, we already know he ain't intelligent. That's just what it is. This whole thing is not a Percy this, Percy that, me just bashing Percy. It's like, quit playing on the internet. Quit glorifying this shit when prison has destroyed you, man. It has literally destroyed you. If you had all them years in prison at a job, you'll still have your muscles, nigga. Yeah, you'll still look like you done took a bath, nigga. But yet, this has destroyed you, and this all you could talk about. This all you could entertain people with is your misery. And I think that's sad for you, man. Like I said before, I'm not trying to change you, nigga. I ain't trying to fix you. I ain't trying to preach to you or nothing. Personally, I give two fucks. I'm just being honest with you, nigga. Yeah, God don't like you, nigga. I'm here to say it. All that preaching you do, none of them motherfucking prayers leave the room, nigga. Not one prayer leave that motherfucking room. God don't like you. And the problem I'm having is why I'm in God business. You know what I'm saying? Why I'm in God business. That's the problem I'm having. Yeah, that's why I'm messing up. I got a question from Chi-Town. Shout out to them braids, man. Chi-Town shit braided up. I don't know if you do braids, but you need to promote whoever did your hair. Goddamn braids hidden, man. Okay, Chi-Town. I'm just trying to see how is Percy a general and have 5 stars, but I'm trying to see everything real question he asks. He always talking around. Well, it's easy to have 5 stars or be a general when the reward is ignorance. Meaning, like, so another thing about prison is in prison, ignorance is rewarded. Yeah, they reward you for ignorance, meaning like is how many fights you have, is how dumb you could be, you know, how stupid you are, what are you doing to this, who you taking from, who you doing this, all those things are rewarded. So when he say he's a 5-star general, he's saying he's a 5-star dummy. He didn't reach the 5th star of being a dummy. That's what he's saying. And it's easy to claim a 5-star general than it is to be a day one daddy. Yeah, he gotta claim something at this point. He can't claim be a daddy. He can't claim to be a husband. So shit, he might as well claim a 5-star general of ignorance. And that he is. I'm not taking no strikes from that nigga. That nigga a 5-star dummy, top of the line, nigga. I don't know how far you gotta go to be this status, but if you do, you crazy. I have a general question. I'll wait till the Percy question is over, and I'm going to call in. I have a 214 number. Okay, we got you. All right, so again, I'm just trying to give a little insight, and I understand people are mad at me about the Percy thing. And yes, it is hating. Yes, I am hating on Percy, but I personally do not give a fuck if he get his life. What am I going to say, or what am I going to do that's going to change Percy's life? Nothing. This nigga has totally committed to ruining his life. No matter how many views he get, he ruined his life and everybody around him. Nigga, that nigga mama grass don't grow. Nothing around him grows, nigga. Nothing. So who the fuck am I to fix that, nigga? I can't fix that. And that's why I say, really at this point, I realize I'm getting in God business. God don't like that nigga. And it's obvious, man. And that's my point on that, man. OG Ralph Beats asked me, do you remember the moment when you decided to give up the streets and live a better life? Okay, that's a good question. Matter of fact, we're gonna move to the next topic for that. Now go back to that other question. Go back to the other question. Yeah. Okay. Do you remember the moment when you decided to give up the streets and live a better life? Man, I got something for y'all. God damn it. Where is my? I'm glad you said that. You just made me realize something that I could share with y'all. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see what it's about. Oh, here we go. Here. Look at this. Look at this. Take that down for a second. No, take the questions down for a second, Zach. Okay, y'all, look at this. I got this cup, right? It says #1 dad, right? On this cup. This is a pretty dope cup, right? I don't drink coffee, but I got this cup for a Father's Day gift, and I keep it on my desk. But in here, I keep different things in here. Like this is me right here, receiving an award, right? Me and a bunch of Black millionaire business owners receiving awards here in our community. But also in this cup, I keep a couple things, right? I keep notes from when I was in prison, different books and different literature that I read, right? That means something to me. I know y'all can't see it, but it's something very important in this to his message. This gonna trip a lot of people out. This is my GED that I got in prison. It showed the scores. I don't know, it's too much light. Y'all can't see. I have to show that another time, but I'm going to show you this about changing my life. At the bottom of this here is this note, right? This is dope. And look, it's kind of coming apart. Let me see if I could get, hold on. I'm gonna turn one of the, oh, here we go. I need to turn off the light, right? Y'all see what they say? They say a commissary slip, right? At the bottom of that cup is a commissary slip, right? This commissary slip has stuff I was gonna order in the penitentiary, right? This is the list of 10 soups and the prices, right? Now, let's look at the date of this commissary list. Let me see. Can y'all see that date? I was on J214, Robert Hockley, and the date was, see, here we go. The date was, I got to read it to y'all. It ain't showing. The date was 01. I mean, the date was January 15th, 1999. Can y'all see that? This is a prison commissary slip. I didn't get out of prison in 2003. This is a prison commissary slip from January 15th, 1999. Now you ask me, what was the day that I decided to change my thinking and change? It was this day. On the back of this commissary slip, this is why this commissary slip has been saved. And I need to laminate it. On the back of this commissary slip is a letter I wrote to myself when I was in solitary confinement after getting assault on an officer this day. It say, Robert, man, they got you trapped. This is a letter. This is a message in a bottle that I wrote to myself in 1999. And this message has guided me to this point. I never threw away this commissary slip, and I never forgot this day. And I keep this in this cup, right? Because it showed me who I am today. So to answer your questions, man, that was one of them days, right, that I realized being stupid was over with. Being stupid was over with. That shit ended on that day, man. I got assault on the officer on some shit I didn't even do. And I realized then that I had to think, man. I had to be intelligent. I couldn't use my hands. I had to use my mind to get out this situation. I was gonna never change. And I got that letter there on the back of that commissary slip once I lost my privileges, and I did 15 days in solitary. Ended up being like a month, really. They had me on pre-hearing detention for 2 weeks. Ended up being like a month back there. And I wrote that letter to myself back then. Yeah. Eric could say pretty dope. A cup full of knowledge. Yeah, definitely. E. That's what that cup is, man. A cup full of knowledge and a cup full of history, right? It just, you need stuff like that to keep you tuned in. And like, I wasn't gonna even bring, I actually thinking like, damn, but I'm glad he asked that question, because that question brought me back to that moment. So put up the other question of the guy that say he was gonna call in. We off old girl Percy. Okay. We got a call. Hello? Hold on, my man. Let me put you on speaker because the thing ain't acting right. All right, I got you on speaker. Talk to me, man. What's your name? Where you from?
Yeah, my name is Andre, man. I'm from Allen, Texas, man. I just want to ask you something, man. Last year, man, a police officer tried to frame me for this shooting that I didn't do, right?
Right.
It took me, I want to say 3 months to beat the case. And I just want to ask you this, man, from just you doing, your bid, I want to ask you this, man. What percentage would you say people that's literally doing their bid right now and they actually didn't even do the crime?
Man, that's hard to say, Alan, man. That's hard to say. Again, the system, I will say this, the system is unjust to the utmost, to the highest degree. Why? Because it preys on poor people. You beat the case because you was financially able, or you had some evidence already ready to be able to beat it. Had you not had the funds or the evidence, you would be in jail.
Man, it cost me $12,000, man.
You don't have to tell me. And that's what the system is based on. So when people be talking about it ain't about money, like that's another thing. And I know you didn't want to talk about the Percy thing, but I gotta use this as an example. People are like, my kids may go to jail. You may have been my son, right?
Yeah.
Where that happened. Listen, bro, I'm coming with the $12,000. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, as a father, how can you let your kids fall victim to that, or not even be in a position to help them as they make their mistakes and have to go through them challenges? So that's what I'm speaking about. Like, I'm here for my child in that manner. Yeah, when you do enter this wicked and unjust system, I'm here for him in that manner, because I've been waking up every day, taking care of business, preparing myself to be there for when this wicked world, this wicked system tries to take advantage of my child.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's just like this, and it's like, and I'm on your side, man, with the...
No, listen to me. I want to say this on camera. There's no sides. Like, I mean, I get why people love Percy. I get why people like Percy. I'm not asking people not to love him or not to like him. Like I said in the real life Street Starz thing, I'm just here to present a clean glass of somebody that went to prison and got their shit together.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like in this, just what I was about to say though, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on your side with that, man. Like, it's like this. Like, I just don't see, man, how people can literally see a dude that old, man, and like this dude lives with his mother, man. I don't know, man. I just don't get it, man. But
well, it's entertainment now. So when you look at it from a perspective of saying you are at work, right? You are at work, you are doing a job, you got a 12-hour job. Somebody is at their mother house gonna entertain you. Why not tune in? Why not like them? It's no different from Martin Lawrence doing a special, right? I mean, it's a form of entertainment. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying don't watch him. What I'm saying is, well, damn, people asking me where have I been in the time that he has built up his following. Well, nigga, I've been raising my kids. Like how can I be shamed for calling it out? That's the part I don't get.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man.
Yeah. How can I be shamed when I've been working? but I'm the one being shamed because I'm hating on people entertainment. And I get it, man. Shout out to everybody that support Percy. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just calling the ball a ball, a strike a strike. Yeah, so I just hope that people, when they do look at it, they have a different perspective of it, and that this brother is hurting and this brother is sharing his pain to his detriment.
Yeah, this is gonna be my last thing, man. I ain't just trying to hold you up or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm with you though, man. It's just like, man, like I don't just see how anybody would want to be like him. Like, nah, man, like this dude got 4 sons that's locked up. Like, there ain't nothing. Man, nah, man, that ain't cool, man.
Nah, it's nothing cool about it, man. And they cannot depend on you. Father's Day came up, he didn't go visit one of them. He went live acting like he was in church at his mama house. See what I'm saying? Like, man, quit playing. Yeah, we got stop it. So I'm here to shame a nigga. I'm here to be the hater. I'm breaking the party up. I'm the nigga coming in, turning on the lights. Nigga is rats in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I done turned the lights on, and that's just what it is, man. I'm going to stand by that, and I'm going to stand on it. And it's like, well, why Percy? Because Percy used our struggle at Ferguson to get clout off of. And that situation destroyed him.
Yeah, man.
Like quit playing.
It's fake thinking in, man.
So, man, I appreciate your call, man. Thanks for tuning in the show. And, you know, this rolled us right into our next segment about fighting that light bill.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
All right. Yeah, man. So our next topic, man, is fighting the light bill. And this is the reason why Percy, Loco, all these people on YouTube are having so much time to do lives and talk and do all this shit. Man, they could do all that shit because they ain't worried about that light bill payment that's due today. Yeah, the goddamn light bill payment is due today. You know what I'm saying? They not worried about that. And when they not worried about that, they could put all their time into propagating and proliferating ignorance, beefs and arguments. You heard the dude call early in the show asking me when I'm going to go back at Loco. I don't have the time. Nigga, I'm raising my kids. I barely, after a month of doing a real life Street Stars interview, I barely have time to come on here to answer questions. And I'm not ashamed of that, man. I'm like, yeah, I get up and work every day. I'm a business owner of multiple business, and there's nothing easy about that shit. There's nothing easy, man. Every day I'm faced with all kind of challenges, shit punching on me, nigga. Goddamn, fuck one light bill. I got 4 light bills that come in every month. Yeah. I got 4 light bills from different properties and different stuff that come in every month. I ain't got one. And when you running a business, those things are multiplied, man, multiple times. So I don't really have time for the banter of going back and forth with people that don't pay one light bill. Yeah, these motherfuckers don't pay one light bill, but I get it as entertainment. I get it as YouTube. I'm not here to clean up the streets. I'm just here to turn on the lights, man. Get y'all dusty ass out of here with that shit. People need to get on the motherfuckers that's pimping Percy. Real Tunes, Diamond Stone, Trade 600. Yeah. Shame on them too, man. Y'all been using that old nigga. What y'all gonna do when he die, nigga? Yeah. What they gonna do when he pass away, man? He go out every day and try to die. This is not me wishing death on him. I'm not wishing death on Percy. Percy, you go outside every day and try to die, nigga. You don't know when you gonna smoke a fentanyl rock, nigga. You don't know when you gonna get some bad dope, nigga. You take all that little $25, $150 interview money and go get high every day, nigga. You don't know when you gonna get the wrong shit, nigga. Yeah, Michael Jackson, Prince died of a fucking fentanyl overdose, nigga. You think you that tough? Yeah. And y'all, what the bloggers gonna do when he die? They don't even know. But I tell you this, they gonna run his clips. They gonna make money off of him when he die. They don't give a damn, man. This is a gangster dog eat dog world, and niggas just gnawing on that nigga ass. Speaking the truth, not hating, bro. What's up, Chris? You already know, man. Shout out to Phase on 409, definitely in the building, man. I definitely got the G County in here, man. Talking about the light bill payment, man. This is what I'm saying. Back on topic. The light bill payment is this, man. Brothers get out of jail and they start battle rapping and they start thinking of all the ideas that they can do. And none of those things come into fruition, man. It's very hard to bring these things into fruition and make these things work. Why? Because it takes time. Imagine that. Somebody that did 8, 9, 10, 44 years in prison, get out, and he don't have the time or the patience to come up in society. He's been held back so long. When he get out, he think he should just have it or it should just work. And the easiest thing for someone to do is to do drugs or to fuck up or not grow up or represent the game. Man, we're gonna represent the game today, cuz this is what it is. Let's fight. Let's box. All that shit is niggas ain't gangster. Niggas is mad. This is what I'm telling you. Niggas is not gangster. These niggas is mad, bro. These niggas ain't gangster, man. These niggas is frustrated. And I understand where that frustration come. I used to be that nigga. I used to be just as frustrated, man. I used to be willing to do whatever I needed to do to come up out here and take care of this and take care of that, man. I was a nigga that would hit you in your head about your purse, nigga. I was there. But what I'm saying is, at what point do we graduate from that level? At what point do we move on from that level, man? Why? Because now we out here for kids, man. We out here for families. The greatest thing I did in my life was to take the worry off my mama's heart. This is what I'm telling you. The greatest thing I did in my lifetime is to give my mother the chance to see her son become a man. There's no greater feeling than that, nigga. Not only a man, a responsible man that could make his boys men. She go to the grave knowing that. This ain't about no money. It's about principle. As it say in my title, man. What business is you standing on, man? We stand on business over here, man. If I lost all my business today, guess what? I'm going to get a job, nigga. What business do you stand on? And that's the problem, man. You ain't Crip. Crip is not a business. YB gang is not a business. 300 gang is not a business. What business do you stand on? That is ignorance. That Crip shit is standing on ignorance, man. That YB shit is standing on ignorance. That 300, all that shit is ignorance. You standing on ignorance and nothing will prevail if you stand on ignorance, man. So it's like, what business do you stand on in your day-to-day life? Because people are depending on you. Greatest thing born to a woman is a son. So he can be a leader, a protector, and provide. Nigga, the minute you ain't doing that, you need to die. The minute you can't fulfill them obligations, you need to die, man. Yeah. So that's what the light bill payment is doing to niggas, man. That shit beat OG Percy to the ground. That motherfucking light bill whooping a bunch of niggas. He ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. Like I say, I got 4 of them motherfuckers due right now. They on my ass. Yeah, they all on my motherfucking ass. 4 of them due right now. But you know, man, shit, man, I'm trying to use the 4th of July. See if I could, I'm trying to see if I can stretch that shit to the 5th. Nigga, because look, if I don't pay it tomorrow, shit, the bank closed on the 4th. I don't know if that motherfucker, I think the bank closed tomorrow. I don't know, but yeah, it's getting kind of iffy. Yeah, it's getting, I'm gonna be getting some them scam likely calls in a minute, man, asking motherfucker call the phone. Hello, is this Robert Hockley? Man, fuck you, man. How the fuck you calling the phone asking me a question? Man, I'm not going for that shit. Yeah. See, I've been there. Yeah, I can talk about it. And I might have to go back there. So I still know the tricks and the trades, nigga. Yeah. The phone ring, I don't even say nothing. I just listen. If it's somebody that I fuck with, they like, hey, what's up? If it's the motherfucking scam likely, they get the and the recording now, I'm hanging up on your ass, man. You ain't getting 2 minutes out of me, man. I ain't going for it. Yeah, you're going to have to fight me about that light bill, man. I'm going to pay it. One thing about the light bill payment, this is what I can say. They ain't going to cut your shit right off. Now, they going to charge you more, but I done stretched that motherfucker out 2-3 months at a time, dropping $20, $30 a week. All you got to do is stay in communication with the motherfuckers, and they'll keep your shit going. So, I'm going to tell you, the light bill people and the phone people, they just want to know you still alive and you ain't trying to run off with all the money because they want to be able to still charge your motherfucking ass and tax you. So, hey, I know all about that shit, nigga. I've been there, lived it, done it, been there, man. That light bill payment is for real. Yeah, straight up, man. Is there any questions in the chat? Anybody want to call the line and talk to me, man? It is open up. Hey, Zach, you got to separate that post you making. It's putting call at the end of that link. So the StreamYard link to come in the chat is not active because you got both of them running together. Can you see that? Yeah, if y'all want to come in, man, I'm taking callers. If you got to come in, is there any more questions in the chat before I move on to the next topic, man? About how that light bill payment be kicking a nigga ass. I ain't even talk about the rent. Look, the rent done sent motherfuckers ass to the graveyard, nigga. Yeah, the light bill will beat you up. The rent is gonna send your ass to the funeral home. No doubt about it, man. That rent gonna take your life. Yeah, the light bill gonna beat you up. That motherfucking rent, yeah, you can't get away with $20, $30 payments on that rent, nigga. That shit gonna take your motherfucking life, or you gonna take somebody else's life. Yeah, so that's how that's working, man. I didn't play the light bill, so let's play this here about the light bill.
You take all the predators from society, right, and put them in a cage. Guess what the predators start doing?
Turn them prey.
They making victims out of the predators.
Yeah.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
These are the alpha predators now.
Exactly. Like that's what you are running into when you in there. And this is where you get the bravado from. Like, yeah, nigga, I was a predator out here. I went in there. They couldn't do it to me. This is that. But that's not nothing to celebrate. If you in prison and you knocking niggas out, right? You spanking niggas' ass, right? But you get out here and the light bill beats you up.
Nigga. Nigga.
You hear what I'm saying?
Nigga.
Look here.
These ain't the same bills we paid back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Light bill be flawless victory on a nigga. Like
flawless victory off the rip.
And
you know what I'm saying?
That house note motherfucking be.
Car note all up on your ass. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get back to prison because the car note whooping your ass.
Yeah, that's facts there, man. That is facts right there. That's real life non-fiction, man. That motherfucking car note whooping your ass. It's whooping everybody's ass. But again, niggas be tough in prison and weak as hell out here when it comes to responsibility and paying them bills, man. That shit gonna do you in. Straight up. Every goddamn time, man. It's gonna hurt you, man. Pretty dope. Cup full of knowledge. Yeah, man. That's just what it is. What she said, she say rent for sure gonna murder you in California. Oh, Erica, I lived in California for 6 months in 2021. I lived in Santa Clarita out there by Magic Mountain. And I also lived in Calabasas. But every day I would drive into downtown California because I was out there getting some jerseys made, right? And y'all, COVID was all messed up. But Santa Clarita and California, man, listen, you already know them are very, very, very expensive places to live in, man. I mean, that shit is high as hell, and you get less for your buck, man. All right, man, we gonna keep the show rolling. Anybody got any questions in the chat? Anybody want to call in? Yeah, anything like that, man, before we move on to the next topic, man, we're going to keep the show going. Show Me State, CEO, always remember you are a real MVP, so salute to you and your family, bro. Salute to you, Show Me State, man. Appreciate the comment, homie. Look at this here, man. My boy Rando, another brother that did 26 years in prison. Look at him, man. I catch you later. I got to go to work. Now, when we gonna get that from OG Percy and Loco and them? When we gonna get that from these YouTube Crips that they gotta go to work? They too gangster to go to work? Yeah, man. So, Norris family, I feel you 100% OG for sure, man. I'm just trying to speak the real, man. We're gonna move on to the next topic, which is boys in the hoods, man, as we get ready to close out the show. Boys in the hood thing was another thing people was all over the, the stuff about and speaking on was boys in the hood and the situation that I described with Trey. So let's run that clip.
Playing like he want to go.
Now wait a minute, Kryptonite. I gotta ask because back then the whole mindset of a gang was blood in, blood out. You get jumped in, and ain't no walking away from your set.
That's what made that scene so gangster.
So
do you hear what I'm saying? Boys in the Hood is the greatest black movie ever made to tell our experience. Okay, in that movie, John Singer put a nugget in there that we all miss, right? The most gangsterest part in that movie is when Trey said, "Let me out." Yeah. And Doughboy let him out.
Let me out.
Let him out. Didn't argue with him. Listen, didn't tell him he was a mark. Didn't say he was a buster. Pulled over and let his homeboy out the car. And
Dog. Let me out.
that's the problem in our society. We gotta let people out.
Yeah, that's real.
He let that man out, man. That's the most gangsterest thing that was done, but we missed that. I'm saying we want to take a nigga with us who don't want to go. Or we want to take a nigga with us who playing like he want to go.
Now, wait a minute, Kryptonite. I got to ask, because back then, the whole mindset of a gang was blood in, blood out. You get jumped in, and ain't no walking away from your set.
That's what made that scene so gangster.
So
do you hear what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You got to do something nobody else gonna do. Gangster, replace gangster with warrior, right? Yeah. You got to be man enough to say no.
Yeah, man. So that's the Boys in the Hood scene, man. I know a lot of people didn't miss that in the movie. A lot of people wanted to point out that they did miss that. Of course you didn't miss it. We all saw Trey get out. But we didn't take that with us. We didn't take that message with us. That message wasn't instilled in us as a people, as the culture in the 90s. That message wasn't instilled in us. Trey was looked at as a buster in our eyes. Everybody wanted to be Doughboy. We looked at Trey as being a soft nigga And so many people followed Doughboy in the 90s, me included. Speaking on me too. We all followed Doughboy example, and that shit destroyed our lives. We should have been Trey. Yeah, you should have been Trey. I want to speak directly to the street niggas of the day. Not you old niggas. I'm talking about you young niggas. Get out the car, man. Yeah, get out the car. They gonna tell on you. You gonna tell on them. That's what I'm telling you. Everybody snitching. This ain't just started. 98% of all criminal cases end in plea bargains. Everybody snitching. Everybody is snitching. Don't nobody want to do a day in time, man. Get out the car. That's what I'm trying to tell you niggas in this. This is the message in the bottle. Get out the car. They gonna tell on you. You gonna tell on them. Quit fooling y'allself, man. Quit playing. Anybody else got some stuff from Boys in the Hood that they seen that they like? When you spoke on the Boys in the Hood, nobody ever would have thought about that part. That was fire, CEO. Yeah, Miss Bossy, I was trying to show what I learned years later. Took me many years of growing up to fully comprehend that message that John Singleton put in that thing. If you watch like any other gangster movies, we don't get that, right? We don't get that. It ends the way it ends. But in Boys in the Hood, man, he delivered some strong messages in that. And that wasn't the only one. Do y'all got any other messages that y'all got from that movie? And in this thing here, we honoring John Singleton. Hey, Gerald, they go the number on the screen, man. Call the number, G. It's 409-258-1650. Call the number and you'll be added to the chat. But anybody else got some stuff from Boys in the Hood that they are I follow Furious Styles' way of thinking. Yeah, that was the daddy, man. That was pretty dope. The daddy in there, Lawrence Fishburne, one of the famous great black actors of our time. He played a great role in them, man. That's who I like to be now. Back then, I was a kid, so I couldn't understand the role of a father, other than that the father was getting in the way. But now that I'm older, I understand that's how you gotta be when you in the jungle. You gotta hold on, G. I'm finna bring you in. That's what I understand about now. Just look at that movie and look at Lawrence Fishburne character. He is in the jungle with his son, and he is trying to guide his son out of this jungle. He is the tour guide. Not only is his son in it, he's in it too. Yeah, not only is his son is in this, he's in it too. And the son mother is in this. They are all trapped in this jungle. What's the jungle? Poverty. A lack of resources. That is what we are trying to navigate through. In this lack of resources, it produces ignorance. It produces violence. It produces chaos. And he is trying to navigate his son and himself through the chaos in this movie. And that's a very deep movie, man, that need to be celebrated and watched and examined. They need to have a fucking class on that movie, man. We need a class held on Boys in the Hood, because the writers and the people that did that movie was delivering us a message. And we need to understand that, man. Straight up. Hold on, man. I got a caller. It's my boy. Hey, what's the word? Can you hear me? You got to turn down your thing that you're listening to me on. Not your phone, but.
Yeah, I just turned it down. What you think now?
Oh, we good, man. Y'all type 1 in the chat if y'all can hear the caller. Type 1 in the chat for me so I know y'all can hear him. trying to make sure they can hear you, man. So,
Right.
so we just don't be talking. We got you, man. We locked in. Talk to me, man. What's up, man? For those that don't know, tell them who you are. Tell them who you are and where you from.
I'm Gerard, man. Gerard Allen from Galveston, man. Me and Hockley from around the same areas, man. 28th Street,
Now,
Charleston.
now listen. Also, I need you to tell them. I'm gonna tell him. This is Gerard Allen, man. He's from my hometown, and he is the owner of 2 mechanic shops, not one, 2 mechanic shops that employ staff as well. How much staff you got in between both mechanic shops?
Old shops, probably maybe 10 employees.
10 employees. He is a mechanic shop owner of he owns 2 mechanic shops that employ 10 people. He's younger than me, and I ain't talking about no shade tree mechanics. I'm talking about top of the line mechanic shops. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got on the line. Steel, sharpen steel. We always conversate. We always grow. And talk to me, man. I see you've been watching the show, man. First off, what you think about the show?
I think the show good, man. Some solid, good insight, man. The perspective is great, you know. And I wanted to kind of talk to you a little because, you know, I kind of been down that road, did a bit too. So I understand in my journey some of those aha moments. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I wanted to see the parallels between mine and yours in terms of what I felt like helped me when I transitioned from, you know, the penitentiary, from the streets into going into entrepreneurship. I feel like it started in the penitentiary, right? It was those moments where you kind of really knew that you couldn't own and operate a profitable business, but it was certain characteristics that you can pick up on and that you can duplicate that people that had gone before you in the world of business had employed to succeed. So what were some of those characteristics or those traits or habits that you picked up on early that you feel like help carry you through some of your, you know, struggles and challenges right now today? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know, we grew up in them. I did 8 years, you did 10 years, and we did not do time together. I'm just clarifying that for the people that's listening. And we both are successful business owners. You know, we wake up every day and you know, we do what we got to do. But I grew up in prison, meaning I quit bullshitting. Yeah, I left the bullshit behind once I got out because I realized the white man wasn't playing.
Right.
Yeah, like this was not a game. I was in there with 8 years. My brother is in there with 45 years and he's still been in there since 1994. See, that's all I needed to see, that this wasn't no joke. And that I'm able to escape the plantation with 8 years. They could never put me back in there again. That's what I'm speaking on, like the Boosie situation. Not that I can't go to jail, but they can't box me back in like that. I can't let that happen, man. My whole existence is trying not to never be put in that situation again where my freedom is lost. So the characteristics that I gained in there was just quit playing. It's not a game no more. This shit is for your life. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that's hard to balance when you also dealing with the game of gangs, street shit, drug selling, and just, you know, being in the environment. That's hard to deal with, but at the end of it, I knew they wasn't playing no more. So I had to play for keeps. Whatever I was doing, it had to work.
Right.
Right.
And you know what was powerful about that though is that's the same work out here in the world. That same mindset, that same mentality, right? I know that's what you rely on when you out here chasing after this endeavor or trying to get this off the ground and you got this investment you're trying to make. You understand how locked in you need to be to make this happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's a certain level of focus that you know that's just non-negotiable. I'm finna get this done and I'm finna focus. And I think what I hope that a lot of us can kind of take away from it is some of the work that is required to really get out here and do something that's gonna keep you out, that's gonna have you sustain some level of success, you already doing. You know what I mean? Or you already picked up on knowing how to do. If you was in that situation like we was in and you came out on top, so to speak, right? You survived. You understand how the seriousness of it, man, and how it's not a game. You know what I mean? If that can just translate into what you doing out here legally, then you got a chance.
I mean,
you got a shot.
Yeah, you got a
I mean?
chance, and that's what me and you did. Here's the problem, though. Like we both know, the problem is most brothers coming out of jail, they are at their best when they get out. You are at your best when you have nothing. It's another thing that I learned through reading. It's success that fucks people up. It's like, well, what do you mean? It's when things start working that shit get weird with people.
Right.
Because with success comes more responsibility.
Right.
Do you understand? Right. Do you understand?
Yeah,
I'm saying it like that. And I realized that in the street shit, man. You know, I could give you a story about that. Me and my homeboy, we sitting around saying, hey, man, we need to get some money. Let's put together a plan to get some money. So we put together a plan to get some money, and I'm letting them know, well, shit, man, if this shit work, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be on. But if it worked, we can't do X, Y, and Z no more, right? So the plan worked. And as long as he was unsuccessful, he was free and thinking. The minute he became successful, he lost his mind.
Wow.
Yeah, like the minute he became successful, he lost his mind. So, I mean, we get it on both ways, but prison has prepared us to be durable, to be able to face challenges and fight them. The thing is, very few of us can challenge that power into something positive, because positive is way harder than the negative. Right. You already know, man. It's easy to destroy versus building.
Yeah. And you're right, man.
Yeah, that light bill, 150 every month. This 100. So a man making $1,200, and I tell him, like, look, man, you gotta try to live off $400 a month for about 2 years, and you're gonna be straight. He ain't gonna make it, man.
Right.
Yeah, he ain't. And you know, as a person, you had dreams of being a rapper. Me and you done talked about this. You had dreams of being a rapper, putting out a mixtape, putting in equipment, doing this, doing that. You chased those dreams, but you got serious, right? About making money, that the dream wasn't bringing you no money. And look at you now, multi-millionaire, owning businesses, getting things built because you was able to shift. So many, you know how many niggas you started rapping with still trying to rap?
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? They had the same fortitude you had coming out of prison, but they can't make the adjustment.
Right. But you know what I had realized too, though, early on? I thought I kind of came into this certain light that rap wasn't my talent. You know what I mean? Even though I wanted to be a person that was a catalyst for change, that represented that knew that I could get out here and do something different and live a big life. And the only way I can employ that in well, I ain't gonna say employ, but that was the only vehicle that I knew how to use when I was locked up, right? That was the only vehicle that got you, from my perspective, right? You got some influence, you got a little clout, you
got you recognized
around.
Yeah.
Right. So when I came home and I couldn't monetize it as quick as I needed to, I realized that I was good in other areas too. My talent wasn't in rap. My talent was in my drive and my will.
Yes.
If that makes sense. And I just applied that to a different vehicle, something that was relevant to what I had going on at the moment, because I had got certified in the penitentiary.
Right.
I got in the automotive industry in the penitentiary. I didn't get in it when I came home.
Right.
I got the trades, I got the certifications, I chased the education from unit to unit. So I feel like I need to leverage that. Now, you know, I had the book smarts when I got in the shop and was trying to apply it, kind of ran circles around me for a little bit. But once I got the gist of it, right, and I was able to leverage that, then I identified that as my vehicle. and then that kind of had, I got different results. But yeah, you're right, man. It's a lot of guys that still hit me right now, and we're like, man, do a song or
Yeah, I
like
mean,
like,
they can't transition. I got a matter of fact, I need to show this. I got a thing on my wall, man. This is a portrait on my wall, and I'm showing it to the camera, right? And
right.
This is what you did. This is what most people can't do. It say, burn your desires out. Don't let them burn you out. And the man is setting on fire $100 bill, right?
Right.
That means what you said. You had a desire to rap, and you burnt that desire out. On the other hand, the homies is letting that rap desire burn them out.
Right.
Did
But and like, I had a desire to win. Make a difference, make a change. At this particular moment when I was incarcerated, rap was the only vehicle that I identified a little bit closer with.
I got you.
What I mean?
Yeah, it's the only option.
Right, it was one of the only options that I thought, because you can't own a business or operate a business, and you can't make profit. Period.
Right.
It's not in Texas. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I felt like that was a way for me to display something about me. You know what I mean? That I wanted people to take serious. You know what I mean? But when I came home, obviously, the world is your oyster, right? It's opportunity right in front of you. I just had to position my mind to be able to spot it. You know what I mean? It's right in front of me, and that's kind of how that happened. But yeah, that's a trip, man. So many people still kind of in a time capsule. You know what I mean?
I mean, me and you know, we deal with it every day, man. I just happen to be on the internet and dealing with it now. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. That's why I'm gonna always speak truth to power and say what it is. Before we go though, what I'm finna do is, man, I'm finna post your business in the chat. Yeah, because see, people think we just be talking. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, people think we just be talking, and we ain't just doing no talking, man. This is his website right here, gcustomautoworks.com. If you in the Houston area, South, it could be any part of Houston, but he's located by Hobby Airport, and he's also located.
Gulf Coast Alignments is my shop in Houston in the Hobby Airport area.
Right.
G Customs Auto Work is my shop in Roshan.
Right, so matter of fact, I could do better than that. I got that up, but let me share the screen real quick while we on here. All right, let me see if that came up. Did that come up? Yeah, y'all. This is the website right here. G Customs Automotives. Do all kind of work. He do all my cars, all of it. He told me 2 years ago, man, Hockley, you done spent over $20,000. I know I'm pushing 40 right now. Because look, he do all my family, everybody work, man. It's a black business here in Houston, Texas, man. 2 locations. Gulf Coast Alignments and G Custom Auto Works, man. Look them up, check them out, support black businesses, man. This is what we do. And if y'all don't support it, don't trip. We already taking care of business anyway, man. Just got to show y'all a clean glass and that it exists. That brothers are out here taking care of business, ain't living at their mama house. Goddamn me, destroying the community. Yeah, we do this shit in real time. And the brother did 10 years in prison. I did 8. So, hey, it's more of us. I just want, man, G, I appreciate it. I'm going to be pulling up on you soon, man. I'm finna wrap up the show, but I appreciate you, homie. And I'm going to come out there and do an interview with you. I'm getting to that point on my 18-month march, man. You see I'm marching?
Yeah, keep it on, man, for sure. Get with me.
All right. Yeah, Tristo, man, we standing on business, man. It must be something in the water, man. Because you know what I'm saying? Them island boys know how to show up, man, and stand on business when it's time, man. Yeah, when it's time to be men, we know how to take care of it, man. We got another caller. Yo, Johnny, talk to us.
What it do? I see you about to wrap it up, huh?
Yeah, I got one more segment where I talk about the toy drive and stuff, but talk to me. You on the line.
Shit, I'm gonna make it quick, man. Before we get up out of here, number one, I call to salute you. You know, proud to see your growth and the CEO talk and everything you're doing. You know, I called you after your real life street stars, and my son caught that interview too.
Man, listen, real quick. Me talking to your son was dope, man. That was dope. A lot of people put their kids on that, and I appreciate you not only showing your son, but allowing him to call me and have a conversation about the interview. I mean, that was dope. They let me know, you know, that's the light in the tunnel I need to keep going. But, you know, talk to me.
For sure, and that's what I'm calling about. It's about the boys in the hood thing real quick.
Right.
And something I want to hear you touch on more. But the jewel about Trey getting out the car, you got to thank the other nugget in there. He had a father in his life.
Right.
You got a lot of cats who didn't have a father or didn't have that figure in their life that did go to the pen or did veer off, but then when they got themselves together and they found themselves, they come out here, one like yourself. You
like
got
me.
Kids,
yeah, that's me.
You trying to be, and you setting that example, you know, me, myself, I know Tristan on here and a couple others from our area, not to mention I come from the same projects as you. So
right.
That was another jewel and nugget. I would like to hear you speak on maybe on another time, CEO talk or any of that. But
nah, I'll speak on it right now while you on the line, man. So the thing was that Trey had a father. That was one of the contributing factors. And he didn't just have any father. He had, like I said earlier, he had a real father that was trying to navigate poverty and get his family out of poverty, right?
Stand up.
Okay. Up. But here's the thing. The people that don't have a father, this is why the movie is there. Meaning like this, the movie gave you that example, and we all roll with Doughboy. Yeah, like in the movie, if you didn't have a father, they showed you the way you need to be going. But we wasn't. I'm gonna quit saying we. I wasn't of age to get that message. I got the Doughboy message. What's the Doughboy message? Eye for eye. You spin my block, I spin yours. I got that message.
Retaliation is a must.
Retaliation is a must. I got that message from Boys in the Hood, when I should have been getting the Trey message. Yeah, but you know, that's in hindsight. But now I gotta deliver the message so somebody else could get it.
Absolutely.
Hopefully somebody else get out the car. So I appreciate it, homie. You know, pull up on me anytime.
For sure, baby. Later. Peace.
Yeah, man. So that was the Boys in the Hood, and that, you know, that's how that went, man. Shout out to all the callers, everybody that's been tuning in. I got one more topic, and salute Erica. The topic that I want to discuss here is about do the work, man. You gotta be able to do the work, man. Okay. In the real life street stars, I was saying motivation was just a con artist because nobody provide no resources. It's one thing to tell people not to go to jail or don't do this or don't do that. It's a whole nother thing to show them or provide them with the resources that will take them off the path that they own. It's not just telling people what to do. You have to show people and you have to provide people the resources and the steps that get them there. Progress is about taking steps. You know, it's hard to go in the right direction when you don't have the steps in front of you that you need to take. So we got to get past all this goddamn preaching we be doing, all this motivating we be doing. And we got to get down and start giving out some instructions and dealing with some people on a hand-to-hand basis to get them rolling. And it might not be nobody outside your family. Don't get me wrong. I'm speaking about in the house. Yeah, I'm speaking about in the house, man. I'm speaking about nieces and nephews. Help these people so they don't go down these roads. And now I'm talking to people that's in prison. I mean, that went to prison, that are out and that have some resources. That money you got in the bank, homie, is to help somebody in your family, young person in your family, not go that way. Help provide them. Make it easier for them. Make it easier on your community. This is your retribution to society. Help somebody for real. Quit trying to, oh man, I talked to the kid at the barber top and told him to thank. Nigga, they not thanking. They need some help. Give them a job where you work at. Give your son a job where you work at. Help people. Provide resources. Quit all this fucking motivational shit, man. Quit all this shit, man. Stop it. You know, one of the things we do here.
Every man, the 9th annual toy drive right here, Galveston, our first stop. As you see all the kids, man, 9 years in a row, we've been putting it down right here. G County Hope Foundation, it's your boy, CEO Hockley, doing what we do best, man, representing, holding it down, putting it down. Every time, man, that's what we do.
Now this here, this particular event here is the toy drive that I do every year, man. I do this toy drive every year, and I've been doing it for 9 years in a row, right? I'm nothing special about this toy drive. The toy drive is on gcountyhopefoundation.org. And it's a toy drive that we started doing. This is our 10th year. It's nothing special about this toy drive. I'm not on here to get praise about this toy drive. I'm on here again, same way Gerald and some of the other colleges on here to show the work, right? And I'm showing the work in an attempt to say, let's quit talking, man. Yeah, 9 years in a row, we done gave away $25,000 in toys. This is our 10th year. Be $250,000. We'll be holding a banquet this year as an anniversary for our 10th year anniversary. That is an accomplishment for a kid coming from the projects who's been responsible for murders, robberies, and drug dealing in his community. A kid with an A-grade education and a degree in fucking up. That is an accomplishment. And if more people did that and worked towards that, things will change. Things will be better. If we use these things to guide and do the stuff, yeah, niggas been on here talking about prison and fighting. They've been on 10 years. Where they work at, though? I just got here. So where's the work? I don't give a fuck about the views and the subscribers and the likes. None of that shit means nothing when your kid's in jail. Where is the work? And that's what I want this topic here to be about. It's about the work. When is we gonna put in the work? When we gonna quit doing all this motherfucking talking? All this motherfucking righteous speaking. Poor righteous teacher ass niggas, man. Listen, there's no such thing as a poor righteous teacher. Poor and righteous cannot go together. It's a fucking contradicting statement, nigga. It's like saying small and short. Yeah, you a small, short teacher. No, nigga, you either one or the other. There's no such thing as no poor righteous teachers. Broke ass niggas came up with that because they thought they was being smart. If you were smart, you wouldn't be broke. And I'm only saying that to put an end to all this goofy shit. You know when the world go in, nigga, but you can't pay the light bill? Yeah, nigga tell you all about Kemet and shit. Nigga tell me about the projects down the street that your motherfucking son keep breaking into houses into. Hotep that shit. But see, nigga can't fix that shit, man. Why? Because it's more important to act like you know than to do what you know. Yeah, it's more important to act like you know than to do what you know. So nah, I ain't on here to say, nah, nigga. Yeah, I'm on here to take all these niggas internet cookies and call them niggas shame. I don't give a fuck how childish it look or any of that shit. Somebody should have been bullying these niggas on the internet. Yeah, however they want to put it. And I don't give a fuck how they fans and nobody feel about it, man. Cause they on here playing. Penitentiary has wasted their life. Now they on here to waste people's life. And I ain't having that shit. 9 years in a row, man. We've been putting in the work. G County Hope Foundation. This is our 10th year. This is what we do. We here to show the work. We here to show and prove, man. Every time, man. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. Pull it up for y'all real quick before we get out of here. Just to show y'all once again, man, shit is real, man. And it's gcountyhopefoundation.org, not com.org. I'm gonna post that on the screen to let y'all see this here. Hold on, let me get over here. I just posted it in the chat. It's gcountyhopefoundation.org. This is the website right here. This is what we've been doing for 10 years in a row, man, giving back, taking care of business, working with organizations and businesses in our community to where we give back and help the kids, man. We've been doing it for a while now. And again, people just say this stuff can't be done. And again, this is nothing to celebrate. This is from 2013. This is when we started right here. 2013. Come on, man. We done grew all the way up to this year being our 10th year. Come on, man. And these is in the projects. This is 5 cities in my county, right? That we take care of business in with other business owners. And this is what we built and we established. Ain't no white man with the money. Ain't none of that. This is us, poor niggas, giving back to poor niggas, man. Straight up. Taking care of business, man. People in these pictures ain't even here no more. They done passed away, but the legacy continues and we keep taking care of the business. And y'all gonna sit on here and tell me about a nigga living at his mama house entertaining y'all? Come on, man. That shit could never stand up to what we do and what we got going on, man. At no point in time would I allow that shit to stand up. And then they acting like because they on here talking that they doing something righteous for the people. That they're talking is helping somebody. Niggas ain't helping nobody, man. Nobody is being helped. This is Carla Smith. This is the person that we do it with, Carla Smith, G County Apparel. This is the newspaper article on one of the years that we did it. I'm trying to find y'all some videos. Well, I played that one. I was trying to find y'all some other videos. But yeah, man, this is what we do in real life. So what is the discussion? People talking about where I've been. I've been taking care of the community. I've been giving back. I've been doing the work y'all say that needs to be done. That's what I've been doing, man. That's what other people are doing. I ain't the only one. Niggas just ain't on YouTube doing that shit. Yeah, we ain't stuck on YouTube doing that shit, man. So with that, man, I'm finna get ready to conclude the show. Like I say, that motherfucking light bill do. They ain't gonna get it to the 5th. They may get, I got 4 of them. So I gotta get back to taking care of business and doing what I do best, making t-shirts, delivering packages, and all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Giving people places to stay with the Airbnbs and all that, man. I want to appreciate everybody that was in the chat. I want to give a real quick shout out real quick to Eric Smith, man. Eric, man, I appreciate you, man. He sent a $30 cash out and showed some love to us, man. And I appreciate you supporting. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up, man. I want to give people the recognition, man, what they needed, man. Let me turn off this light real quick. Oh man, ain't coming up right, man. That's the homie Eric Scott, man. He cashed out $30, man. I appreciate that, man. We got another cash out. V Stoic Medium. You know what I'm saying? She donated $20. V Stoic Medium, not media, but medium. I appreciate you, man. Let me put a heart on there, man. I appreciate y'all again. Oh, that's going straight to the toy drive, man. Yeah, I have no need for it, man. It's going straight to the toy drive, man. I appreciate everybody for showing their love. And this is our first episode like this. I hope y'all like it. I hope y'all enjoy it. Please share the content. And until the next time, man, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, man. It's your boy, CEO Hockley. Make sure y'all support Real Life Street Stars. Make sure y'all support OG Hollywood channel and the Ferguson Chronicles. Make sure y'all support this channel, right? And we're going to keep it coming, man. Salute. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Happy 4th of July. Straight like that.